Recording in progress.
Welcome, everybody. It's your boy, the Versace Stoner. We're here with a very special episode of VSW Podcast. As you can see, I'm still partying hardy in the Carnival Campgrounds. It's wild. We're sitting here with the president of the JWO and your new one half of the AWL Tag Team Champions. Congratulations, Prez.
Oh, thank you very, very much, Keeper. You know it's all fucking clown love over here, man. I'm trying to keep my voice to a minimum in ways and shit. I'm still out of breath. It's been as you know, we've been fucking partying all motherfucking night and shit. I only got a couple hours sleep in, brother.
It's been wild. I mean, between the firework displays, the like I said, they've opened these carnies up all night long, free rides for everyone. I'm getting free cotton candy. Never mind the bang just flowing, Fago flowing. We also had more adult drinks, beverages, smoke, all sorts of things. It's been over almost 24 hours now, just straight celebration. But let me ask you something. I know you're kind of tired. What does it feel like being a champion?
It was unexpected again for me. I had another blank-minded episode that happened when I got this title right here and shit. KPW Interstate Championship. But I was in that match and I went in knowing what it was. It was for tag team titles. And it was a gauntlet. So I know I had to face more than just, one team of motherfuckers. I got to face a bunch of them along with my VP, Rob Roberts. So we get out there, and we know what we're going to do and shit. And one by one, we just flip these motherfuckers over and over and over and over again. I mean, you were right there, standing right outside that ring. Luca, my man, you was in the audience.
He's here. He saw it. He saw the brutality.
Yes, I did see it.
I mean, you came out, you destroyed those two karate dudes. Then it was on to the two masked dudes, and then finally two New England legends. And I mean...
Yes, two New England...
Yeah. Those guys...
And I'm
that's
happy
why
that you...
That's why before
I'm happy that you got
match
the title.
started, the main event...
It's good that you got the title.
When that team started on there and shit, I pulled VP aside and shit. Anyone who sees the match when it comes out, you'll see. I pulled VP to the side, off to the sidelines.
Yeah,
and
the
I'm
VP
like,
was good.
We'll take care of this my way and shit. I turn over and I look at the two veterans and shit, and I'm like, okay.
Hey, that title was
Danger.
when you got that title, it was just good.
I've only heard about you guys for so long and everything and shit. I've never quite met you, But I recognize where credit is due and shit. And you guys have been in this business long before me and Rob even were in diapers and got in one of these rings. So I got respect. The JWO, let it be known too for all you fans out there. The JWO respects its elders, and we respect everything else about there. We don't give disrespect unless we're dissed first. We're a bulletproof vest, and we take a lot of hits. The thing is we're the bulletproof vest that likes to body slam your ass. D'Lo Brown style. But we gave them their respect, and I looked at him and said, whatever happens in this ring is purely business and it's nothing personal. So they nodded their heads in acceptance and shit. And before Rob started it, he went in there and we did the Ring of Honor tradition. We shook hands with them. Well, he shook hands. They started their thing. I got tagged in eventually. I came in and I shook the hand of my opponent and we started right from there. I didn't know how long the goddamn match was going to last and shit. And the match lasted pretty damn long. It didn't feel so much to me because I've been through several matches already before that team. So I had already been tuckered out and shit. No pun intended on the name. But yeah, I was completely freaking gassed. Completely
like I
gassed.
said, I was really surprised. I didn't really...
He was really surprised.
Well, you did, but I was really surprised about what was going on because, I mean, it had to be the luck of the Juggalo to get first seed in this tournament coming out. You know, it's like, you know, when Michaels came out in '95, first, you know, pick for the Rumble.
Was the good one.
Yeah, I know you love the Big Boss Man, but you know what I'm saying? You're like, I was like, oh, this has to be rigged. Like, what's the luck of that? I mean, there was so many other teams. Why are you throwing our guys in there first?
And here's the thing about that too. Satch. Down in the locker room, we were presented on the card as being the last team to go out there. We were supposed to be the last team to go out there, or at least right next to the veterans that get out there last. And out of nowhere, we hear our name being called out of nowhere. So I'm like, what the fuck? Then it sort of comes into me as I'm passing through the curtains, and our JWO music is just blaring and everything. We're coming out in style. Now my head starts going off and shit, and I start thinking. And I'm like, we're the first team. We were supposed to be the last team. This is AWL again, trying to fuck up the goddamn JWO in their own freaking way. So right after we wound up going in and beating the shit out of those two veterans and winning the goddamn match and shit, no matter how the fuck we won it. Rats will always dominate. We're just branded that way. But the minute when that stopped and everything, I pinned the motherfucker right after Rob squashed him, and he goes, pin him. You know, I'm like, got you right there, man. Boom, 1, 2, 3. And
Stop.
The minute when I knew that the bell rang, I was happy that the match was over and it was the last team and everything. So that's why you'll see me smiling like a motherfucker. You know, I'm not smiling because I got the titles yet. I'm smiling because I know, goddamn, we went through all of those motherfuckers. I'm still breathing, and it was me who got the pin or.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. Me and the kid, you know, we got, you know, we were watching it because I was filming, and when I saw that third pin,
Rob's like TJ. Rob's like, TJ, don't you know what the fuck's going on? I'm like, wait a minute. We won. I looked at Rob and I'm like, isn't this a title match? He goes, yeah, motherfucker, yeah. I'm like, and we got that shit. Oh, yeah. Oh, it was party hardy day right there.
It really fucking was. I mean, it was and that's what I'm saying, you know, like, as soon as we saw that third count come in, we just rushed that ring.
Yes, we rushed the ring.
And I saw, you know, all the prospects coming out. I saw all the killers coming out. Yes, I saw everybody just coming out, congratulating. We swarmed that ring. And you know what? It was cool. The people that you beat were in still good spirits. They shook your hand. They showed the respect. You know, they said something about the respect for the new generation. Well, this is it. This is the new era. The JWO runs New England. And this is why. You started off not just with your win, but then later in the night, another victory for the JWO. And another world title.
We run this shit, motherfucker. Ain't no way you stopping us, motherfucker. We all over the place. We nationwide and we worldwide. Ain't no way you stopping the JWO.
Well, yeah. You know, and that's just, I don't know what he just did to that thing. Jesus, broke the mic. You know, this kid's still partying. That's the crazy thing. He's still going wild from that victory yesterday.
The cotton candy fumes.
You know, I usually am more professional in this, and I do apologize to everybody watching, but he's still wound up. I mean, it was his first major show to come out and see, you know, two of his, you know, favorite wrestlers, and to actually come home with the gold. He's just still ecstatic. He was partying last night with the clowns. He was chilling. He wouldn't go to sleep, you know. He was drinking Faygo all morning. His sugar level's got to be over, you know, enough to kill a diabetic. It is, you know, it's incredible the amount of energy he has. But, you know, like I said, you know, we've had a tremendous, you know, like I said, say 24 hours between the party and everything. But, you know, going back to that, you know, we had a game plan. We talked about it. We all talked about it, you know. You and Rob were going to, you know, work it, and you were going to try to come home with it. Originally, things were going one way, and, you know, we heard rumors it was going to be, you know, you two versus these two, and these two versus them two, and them two versus them two, and, you know, everybody was going to kind of get space in between. Next thing you know, everybody's getting thrown into a gauntlet, and that's so much more dangerous because, like I said, with that being the luck of the juggler, you guys drew number one. Then came out, these ninja dudes. They were insane. I saw one of them, with weapons. I'm like, what is this? Just silly shit.
Yeah, that one with the nunchucks right there in the red and shit. I don't know if you read the comment that I commented on one of your posts.
I did. When I went back and it's really funny because I went back into the old KPW, and I watched and rewatched that little skit, and it wasn't showing his face. He did it back then through cartoonish kind of character, but I recognized the voice. I recognized the tone. And to be honest, I could recognize the bad chops. It has to be, the one and only Dojo Joe. And that's kind of insane that he would make kind of an appearance now just because of the way things have been going. And we've been seeing letters fly. I don't know. We were introduced to him, over 2 years ago, and then poof, disappeared.
Yeah. He did one vignette in that fucking KPW playlist that you can find. And you never hear from the man. And not only was the avatar, okay, you got an avatar, it's cute and everything. It's a little Chinese man, Dojo Joe, want to be a part of your federation. Believe you me, something shit and everything. I was busting a gut laughing while I was freaking looking at that
definitely
shit.
Definitely comedic.
And all of a sudden, after the promo ended, I'm like, okay, it's going on to the next video. No, it doesn't. It leaves you blank staring at a black screen for about a minute and a half, maybe, and you're wondering, what the fuck are you watching? Did I just mess up YouTube or some shit? Is there a glitch? No. If you want to do anything, press the fast forward button, but stop when you start seeing pictures. It doesn't make any sense to do this, and even after the post-credit scene, in a way doesn't really make too much sense, but in a way it does, because I guess those must have been two or three of his students, I guess, back in the day. And all you see them is just accepting hits and tumbling to the ground. So I'm just guessing that maybe those guys are getting their asses whooped and sent down to the ground by Dojo Joe himself. I don't know if he's trying to promote his shit right there, or if he's trying to tell you.
Is he a founding father? Is he like another fighter? He said he wanted to be part of us, but I mean, that's not part of us. He didn't say, hey, I want to join the JW. He wanted to be fighting with KPW. I mean, I don't get who says who can fight in that promotion. We just kind of gotten chosen. So far, we seem to be what I would call elders or maybe vets in KPW, only because we're still alive.
We're definitely, if I was going to put a patch on us for KPW, I would definitely have to say we deserve the original patch.
Well, we do, but like I said, we would consider vets, even though it's not a long time, because we are still alive. And the stakes are that high in KPW where people don't survive. Going forward, though, I mean, like I said, I was very surprised at that match, and you guys got thrown in there with that. And, I mean, luckily, you were very well prepared. You two just destroyed him. You destroyed Dojo Joe. I mean, I haven't seen a beatdown like that since, I can't even say it on air, to be honest with you. I'm not going to start that war. But,
I had and you know what? If you pay attention to that match when it comes out, I started Dojo Joe off with something that I thought he could easily block. I was like, all right, you want to wear that suit in front of me? Let's see how real ninjistic you really are and shit. Out of nowhere, savate kick right to the fucking chin. And I don't call it a savate kick. He's doing all the wah, wah, wah in front of me. I looked right at him and I did that kick. And when that kick comes out, I call that kick what it deserves. If you're showing off to me and I want to cut you off, that's when you're going to get that kick from me. And I call it the shut the fuck up. The reason why is because I only perform that if you're bibbidi in my face or trying to show off like he was doing. So since he was doing it silently with all that waving and everything, I just was like, you know what? This one's a joke. You know what? Shut the fuck up. Boom, right there.
Bam, right to the fucking chin, man. He was down. And from then on, it was just, a beating between that and then, the vice president just going to work, and then you going to work, and both of you going to work, and fucking just ending him, just destroying him.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
you moved on to the next
version
round.
of the British Bulldogs.
Right? And then, you moved on to the next round. I seen some masked dudes. They're kind of new on the scene. In my books, I really haven't seen them much around. But, I mean, and still right back to back. No breaks. They were just, boom, next.
Yeah.
So 2 more formidable opponents. Now, whether, they're not as good or better or whatever, at this point, you're already a little fatigued. You had to exert a little bit of energy on those ninjas. But, you passed this next test the same. And now we get, like I said, and we talked about it a little bit earlier. I'm not going to repeat it, but you get the legends, and you're still fighting that, And there was much respect in that match as much as it was just business. And I love that you're able to, as the president of JWO, split that hairs with our competitors. Because some of this, put it this way, some of it is just business, and then some of it is personal business. This was just business. This was just business. You'll know if it's personal business. You'll have a letter and a stamp on it that'll say it's personal. Believe me, people will know when shit is personal business. And this wasn't that. What do you want to talk? You want to say something to the president? One more thing, because he's a very busy man.
Bye.
You want to say bye to him?
See you later, Luca. Whoop, whoop.
Whoop, whoop. The youngest prospect to the JWO. That's what I'm saying. You had the youngest. You had the oldest.
That's what we like to call in college terms. He'd be known as a legacy.
Legacy. But we'll still make him work during his patch.
Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah. That's exactly what's going to happen.
It broke.
So...
You got a shoe in the door, but you ain't got the patch yet.
Yep. No, for sure.
The camera broke.
Yeah, we got some camera issues.
I'll spin it.
Okay, that's it. I got it. Thank you. Always so helpful here.
Man, what a dizzying screen.
Oh, it never ends. You think you're busy? You think you're busy at the Connie with all those Connie guys? I just got one.
With that camera angle, you were lucky that some of my psychedelics that I took earlier and shit wore off. I was like, hey, whoa,
hey, wait a minute.
Whoa.
Where am I? What am I doing? Like I said, you guys came to do what we talked about, and we couldn't be more happier. And then we got surprised later on with that second victory that came out of Psycho Nix, and that's just great business. And then I want to talk about another thing. We saw you guys make another appearance, and I gotten like 3 or 4 already emails about this. So I'm gonna just straight up ask you: is the Sheik JWO?
To be honest with you, I haven't given him a form to fill out yet, but he's definitely a client that I would love to look into.
I mean, we saw you guys, very interested in his match, really watching him. Not much love for the other guy, but you really, focused on, the Sheik, and I saw you guys have words after. And it was very respectable words, and Sheik doesn't really have a lot of respect for a lot of, I'll straight up say it, American people. He was screaming about hot dogs and hamburgers and stuff. JWO is not like that. We're a little bit different, and we don't see that. So we just keep, doing, we don't see color, we don't see race, we don't see religion, we don't see any of that crap. We're the only thing we see is that hatchet. And so, with that, we don't see all that crap. So if we think we're down and cool, we are just down and cool. And we'll just approach you. And you just approached him or whatever. And he answered you, straight up. That's the cool thing about Juggalos. Everybody's connected, unit. You know what I'm saying? It's not about all that other shit that you see in the world.
Hell yes. Exactly. Exactly.
So, we will keep it as we're a big fan of the Sheik. He's another, I would say, KPW original in a way. He had that great match at
yes, he did.
Rage in the Cage, and
Rage in the Cage.
He's looking even more fiercer, more deadlier now than ever. He's in such great shape now.
Oh, he's in beautiful shape.
He's a machine.
I took a look at him coming into the locker room, and I was like, God damn. My God, if I got up, and this was before I had a feeling he was a little cool with us and shit. I saw him come in the room, and I'm like, who is that? Motherfucker taps me. That's Sheik. I go, that's Sheik? I look at him, and I'm like, God damn. I looked at VP, I'm like, damn, if I got up and hugged him, I could fit all my arms. I could fit my 2 arms around him. He looked at me and he's like, yeah, bro, yeah. So, yeah, it started off like that and everything. I came up to him and I'm like, yo, man, to a person who's trying to lose a few pounds myself, I got to give you respect where real respect is due. Because if you can shake off all of that right there, I feel ashamed to look at myself in the mirror, and how dare I call myself fat, But goddamn, I took a look at Sheik the other day, and I was like, motherfucker, what the hell have you been doing? What the hell have you been taking? Give me some of that. He's like, energy. I'm like, yeah, but that's a different type of burn and everything like that. He's like, all I've been doing is working out in the gym and I cannot.
You know what, though? That's the thing about the Sheik. He lives such a clean life, If you know anything about the religion and what he kind of, stands for, it's very clean. There's no smoking. There's no drinking.
Yeah.
There's no pork. There's other things that also are not involved that, the other lifestyles that other people live. So with that, he's very also, there's one thing about the Sheik, he's very determined, and when he gets determined, he's just very structured. And he's, like I said, a machine.
I love that shit.
I was praying the Founding Fathers was going to bring him back for another match, but then I never saw anything, I never heard anything, and then they moved again away from arenas. They stopped working arena, and they were like back to the boons, you're going to go, and off to the gravel. That's when the first gravel match started, and then you got into this other kind of more outdoor matches.
Have you phone?
No.
Why?
You know what I mean? But
I have your phone.
I'm busy right now.
I can't have it.
It's out there.
I have your phone.
It's out there.
You took it.
Can you have it?
Just take it. Go.
Okay. You don't take it. Go.
No,
These kids.
he doesn't, because he doesn't understand what's going on.
These kids, man. They want everything. They want your phone, your house, your car, your keys.
We got a phone. We got a thumbs up and everything. I'm gonna check.
Well, to be honest with you, normally I would say no.
He's either off grounds, or he's down near the gate, or maybe he's in one of them freaking buildings and shit.
Yeah.
But I think I just saw VP around here. I'm not sure.
Really. I was gonna say normally I wouldn't even have given the kid the phone, but on the other hand, he had his birthday gift. I wasn't saying no today. that gift you gave him, damn you, President. He's used it now. It's just as bloody as yours.
I knew he was gonna love that shit.
Oh, he loves it. He's a JWO at heart. I could hear a fight with him on now. It's rough out there. Like I said, he's coming down for whatever that rush of the wind. He's never seen such victory. He's never seen such destruction. 6 people getting laid out in front of him in a row. Boom, boom, boom. If you watched him, he was laughing. He was laughing harder than I used to laugh watching Jack Nicholson in the '89 Batman. This dude, he was enjoying it and eating it up, and now he's just that adrenaline rush is coming down, and he needs to go to sleep. But that's good if we could get VP around. Yeah, I'm sure he's been partying hottie. I haven't seen him since I don't even know what time it was last night I ran to him.
Probably why I didn't really even think about that and shit. That's probably why he's late. He probably just got off of his fucking let.
And VP's a ladies' man. He's not tied down like me.
Oh yeah, I took a picture with his girl, as a matter of fact, last night and shit.
Yep.
Her and him at the same time and shit. Yeah.
So they'd be going out and doing stuff. But that's one good thing about VP. And then I was trying to get I wanted to get Killer on here, but it's okay because when we do this week's Joking Around, everybody will be there, normally as scheduled, and that's more like of a talk of the town. Of course, we're gonna still be talking about these titles, but we're gonna be talking about some other things and more future stuff, and maybe some past stuff too. Our killer has some stories. He was talking about, from his original run in wrestling. It's very, very interesting. So we'd love to hear that too. And that was, kind of cool yesterday, I think, for him as well. If you look at the photos that we had released, we got you, the two guys that you won the title, Wolverine there. They're legends in New England, and to get a photo with them, we all got it downstairs, the JWO, everybody, it was just, spectacular.
At the end of all that shit and everything, that one picture I put up in my stories, I always, every now and then, I throw in a break down the kayfabe walls and show what really goes on underneath the underground of the underground. And I did that one photo. Once I got printed with that photo of them and shit, and me, Rob, the Killer, you, Luca, and the two veterans, Wolverine and Danger Boy and shit. We took that selfie picture right there, and we all got big smiles, glorious with the titles and shit, having a good time. And I put that on my storyline. I'm like, you know what? I got to fit in a soundtrack to this. So I immediately put, why can't we be friends? So the minute when you see that one picture, it's just us hanging around together with goofy faces and why can't we be friends?
Well, you know what? That's the thing. They were such professionals. They didn't hold the grudge that they got beat. They took the beating like a man, like you should do, and they just moved it on. They're going to chalk the loss and go about their career.